Game Boy Advance game, I think. Yeah, there's a couple of hidden dungeons here. I can't remember if you can do it now or you have to wait till New Game Plus, but
So how does this thing even land? It's oh,
you can only land on certain parts.
that is
So yeah, you have
unfortunate.
to work your way.
Where even is the exit for this? Do I just oh?
Oh yeah, you can use the you can use the lunar whale to heal and all that as well, I believe.
This kind of feels like Fallout New Vegas because there's also a
Oh
moon.
god, I've never seen the Fat Chocobo in the airship. That's something new. It was all robotic like.
Yeah, quite spooky. I'd even call this. Oh my god, who made this music? The moon has a really scary soundtrack.
It is.
So like somebody is, I don't know. This could be like the theme song from the guy from Sign of the Lambs.
Actually, you know what it is? Give a dog or a cat a heap of squeak toys and just let them go nuts. I think that's what it sounds
Oh,
like.
yeah, that could also explain it.
Oh, you just went back to Earth.
Yeah, I think I pressed the wrong button. I didn't really want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to use the wheel. I didn't know that. Oh, he has a song, the guy from Sign of the Lambs. I mean, like the guy who says it puts lotion on its skin. Does he have a name? I recently actually watched the movie, so maybe that's why I'm now referencing that movie.
So what do you reckon you want to do? Would you want to try and do the non-story stuff first, or 'cause essentially you've got two more dungeons, I believe. You could do a third one if you wanted to.
Well, I guess I can do the optional one first, after my game has restarted, that is.
So if I remember correctly, you remember when you first got to the moon and you landed? There was that circular type
Yes.
area and it had the cave. I'm pretty sure that's the optional area.
Oh, I see.
The story area is where that giant crystal is sticking out the ground.
I see.
Does it work now?
Does it work what? You mean the game, or what exactly works?
No, my mic. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
you guys were ignoring me, but it just stopped working.
Oh no. Oh, I see. It's
No, wait.
working now. I didn't know it doesn't even work.
Do you have push to talk on?
Yeah, I think like my screen timed out and it messed it up or something. I don't know. It's fine now.
Yeah, you'll see your green little circle when you're talking.
So is this the wheel to use to just? It looks more like a box, like a Mario Party green box for like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be the one.
Well, this game has no villain. It also has it has no plot, so it probably doesn't even need a villain. You know, it's kind of the same with FF8. It doesn't have a real plot either, and also no real villain. I mean, it has Artemisia, but you know, what even is Artemisia doing anyway? Leave her alone.
The funny thing is, you're not too far off.
Essentially, what's happening with this game is that we know about Golbez, and it's kind of funny how Golbez is controlling Kane, but plot twist, someone's actually controlling Golbez, I believe. I'm writing that, aren't I?
That's kind of how in FF8, Idea controlled Cypher, but Ideas are controlled by Artemisia.
It is actually, yeah. I'm just going from memory here, so but I think that's the way it's working.
What a true and incredible plot twist indeed.
So the worst happened, and I ran out of coffee.
Are you coffee addicted?
Somewhat. I'm have to drink black. No, what is it? Breakfast tea? English breakfast.
You're not even English,
Yeah.
are you?
No, I just you know, it's the closest thing I have.
To coffee?
Is English breakfast the same as Earl Grey?
I would not know. I don't really like tea.
Oh, just, when we were talking about Kesha before, I actually posted a picture in chat. Did you end up seeing that?
Yeah, I saw it, but I feel that that's, I don't know, it's from another Kesha era.
I think that's,
Yeah, that's a low-key ketchup.
yeah, I think, yeah, it was the closest thing I could find, because that was somewhat green hair, I think.
I think maybe it wasn't greener, but she had like purple hair at one time. She was like entirely purple or something. I mean, I don't really
Yeah,
follow
light
Kesha,
purple.
but I feel that she kind of looks really crazy like Lydia does.
Which one is Rydia? The blue one?
The green one.
Oh, was that a serious question?
I don't know FFs.
So what games are you into if you're not into FFs?
Well, I mean, I like FF7. It's kind of the only one I played.
Oh, I see. But these enemies seem actually quite strong. They almost one-hit KO me. I don't really want to fight them. I mean, this is the optional dungeon you said, right? So maybe I'm not really supposed to go here. That's why they just kill me outright. Because I might just be too weak to actually be here. That might explain it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess if it is too powerful, then don't worry about it.
Well, I guess I can just loot the place, and then if I have to, just leave.
It seems like FF7 is wildly different from most of the other ones.
Well, I feel it's very similar to FF8 actually, in like gameplay and story to some extent.
Yeah, basically all the games prior to FF7 were more medieval based. That's probably the best way I can explain it. And then, well, Final Fantasy VI probably detoured more to steampunk after that.
So do I actually get Kane back at some point?
Yes.
So I
Does
might
he
get
become
my...
a good guy too?
Kane's always been good. He's just been controlled evilly. No, that's not a word. Controlled by evil, so similar to a deer, I guess.
Well, I mean, like Cecil was a cool knight, and then he became a good knight.
He became a paladin.
Yeah, I can't remember much about that part of the game, but I mean, he was still a good guy. It's just the Dark Knight. Basically, the powers he had weren't good, I guess.
Well, he just changed
I
his
don't know
clothes,
how
I
else to
feel.
explain it.
His powers are just misunderstood.
I can't escape behemoths. That actually sucks. Why can't I escape behemoths? Because they are behemoths? I don't like that.
Yes.
Doesn't
Actually,
even make...
it's funny because I've been. Because I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 a little bit, the trial of it. It seems you can get pets, and there's a baby behemoth.
Yeah.
Which is I've never seen it before, and it was very weird.
14 has a ton of stuff.
I mean, it's an
Yeah, I've
MMO,
noticed that.
I guess. That explained... Oh my god, no, no, no. Do not...
It also has a ton of little shoutouts to pretty much everything.
This enemy's
Every-
molesting
Yeah, I was
me.
just
I feel molested by this enemy. Can I sue someone now?
I don't think you'd be able to sue Square Enix. They're pretty OP when it comes to legal action.
What do you mean by that?
Dr. Seuss, I assume. I don't know.
I finally got to the best part of the 100% glitched run when you just kill pyramids for like an hour.
For limit
That's the
break?
best part. Yeah, for limit breaks.
When exactly is that? Is it mentioned in the notes?
No, it's actually not mentioned in the notes. I'm just pretty much making a note of with just glancing at the VOD.
Oh, I see. So, when does it happen to the limit
putting in
break?
the blinds.
When do you
Just after you killed Godo, you start on limit break kills.
I
It's
see.
like 8 hours in.
Interesting.
Oh, Cash Capold, I was going to ask you, could you almost relate Final Fantasy 14 the same way that Final Fantasy 9 was? It's a throwback to lots and lots of things from the past.
Yeah, like 9 is a throwback to like the first 5, 6 games. 14 is like a throwback to pretty much everything, to every Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. Because I've noticed people running around in Magitech armor and all that.
Yeah, there's like the Empire, who wears judge-like armors from Final Fantasy 12, and then they just run around in Magitech armor.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then you can play triple triads, and you go into the gold saucer. It really has pretty much.
That's right.
whole-
That was part of the new patches, wasn't it? Or the newer updates for it.
Yeah. No, it's been there for a while now.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, I play like the 30 day trial, and I think for the last few days I pretty much just played triple triad, like a whole lot of it, just to get like the card level, because like at the very beginning,
So-
until you get like 30 unique cards, you need to you can only play like 1 or 2 star, and then one card that's above 1 and 2 star ratings. And
yeah.
and after you get 30, you can play more 3 star cards and so on.
Is there
And
an
then when
easy
you get
way?
50,
Oh, yeah.
Is there an easy way to kill this behemoth?
no idea.
I wonder.
Throw an elixir at it.
I don't think that will
They
work.
usually don't have weight.
Apparently it's only got 46,000 HP.
That's kind of bad.
Only, he says.
Well, considering the last boss had 99,000, it's a lot better. So basically it sounds like everything gets counted. So it says Rydia using summons is the best to use against Behemoth because it doesn't counter that. and there's a weapon called Mind Flayer that can apparently paralyze the behemoth as well.
Do you think I have that weapon?
I'm not sure, you can check.
Well, so I could just use summons, I guess, and just do nothing else with the rest of the party.
Oh, what is it? It says cast blink and haste on everyone while Rydia uses quake even. I guess.
What even is blink?
I don't know. I'm just reading stuff.
Yeah, I'm just oh.
Oh, blink does, oh no. Grant physical attack avoidance. Oh, it's like, I know it's called lure or decoy in Final Fantasy 12. It's like an evasion. Well, yeah, it's an evasion spell.
Is Behemoth weak to some elements?
I don't think so. He's actually immune, or every element. He's will only do 50% damage to it. If you use Quake, that will do normal damage, so that's why it's recommended to use Quake.
I see.
I say we should go look for the Mind Flayer.
Well, I don't even know where to get it. So that's a bit
Well, it
unfortunate.
also says that you can paralyze him by using Shadow Bind Ninjutsu, which is
I probably even
Edge's
have that.
thing. And that sounds like a spell he learns while leveling up or something.
But it missed. Oh, it seems that he's paralyzed now, that's really neat. So will I have to fight this enemy more than once in this battle? Or is it in this dungeon?
Apparently there's three of them. Plus, there might be some in treasure chests as well.
In treasure chests? Well, that
So,
kinda sucks already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kynos, are you liking this game more or less as you play it?
Well, my liking for this game used to increase, but it's might have already peaked and it's going to decline already.
Oh dear. Oh, hang on. I read that wrong. So there should be. It says there's 3 forced fights in the area that you're in, but there's in the other areas that you go to. Different areas on the moon have them in the treasure chests.
That sucks.
If that made sense. I'm not very good at talking at the moment.
Isn't it like late o'clock in Australia anyway? Like 3 o'clock?
It's 3 a.m.
Must be lonely.
But I know I don't have to work tomorrow, so. Yay, I'm right. Well, while you are fighting these 3 forced battles, I'm gonna go grab a drink, so I'll be right back.
So right now I'm back. I've just got my drink.
I see. What you mean, like you Earl Grey?
I was trying to sound like Metallica.
Oh, that didn't really work. Maybe try again next time. But you don't really have any accent of any kind. You just sound very tired all the time.
Yeah, that's true. I try to capture that with my little picture guy.
Oh, I didn't really notice.
I thought my Australian accent was on point. I gotta work on that.
Yeah, you sound a bit American though. I can hear it now. I mean, I'm not really fluent in accents. I can sometimes detect them, but if I were to try one, it would sound nothing like it's supposed to sound.
It's so quiet without Metallica here.
Yeah, he seems quite talkative.
I'm just still looking at the VOD,
I see.
kind of taking notes.
I mean, it seems that the enemy doesn't seem too hard once I applied blink to everyone, so they can avoid his physical attacks. It's just a rather long battle, it seems.
So Blink was just like a physical shield?
Yeah, I'm basically able to bypass all physical attacks right now, which is really very neat.
I wonder why it's called Blink then.
I'm not sure. This game, as I said, isn't really too big on the like sense section.
Maybe that's one of those translation issues.
I like how at one point the Chocobo is standing in the middle of the sea. It's a good part of the run.
Wait, what's happening?
You know when you do some stuff in the debug room and you just puts like all the vehicles at the top left corner of the map.
Oh,
That's
right,
what
yeah.
happened.
Oh, I see.
And so the Chocobo is like standing in the middle of nowhere.
You know, I've played FF7 a lot, but I've never beat it.
Really? Where did you stop?
I always get to the third disc and try and get all the stuff, but Chocobo breeding takes too long and I get bored.
I see.
Because the third disc is basically like just getting all the extra stuff before you go to Sephiroth, right?
Yes. A big no-no. That's a pretty interesting GIF. But how is that a big no-no? I mean, I even look at your GIF right now and I'm wondering why you call this a big no-no. Can somebody else help me in understanding Zweka's GIF?
I think Zedrek is scared of travel.
That could be true. Maybe he'll answer your question and your implication about his travel angst.
Because there was the plane thing last time.
He posted a plane?
Yeah, in Crosswind, so it was landing diagonally or something.
I don't remember this.
I think GIF is an acceptable pronunciation. I mean, it's GIF or GIF, and you can just pick which one you want.
Yeah. I mean, does GIF stand for something else? Isn't there a word that sounds kind of similar?
GIF is a
Jiffy?
peanut butter brand.
I need to look up something that I'm not going to talk about though. Oh, never mind. There's another word that sounds kind of similar, at least it spells kind of similar, but it's very inappropriate, so I'm not going to mention it.
You talking about YIF?
Yeah, probably. Well, I try to appreciate your GIFs, but I'm sometimes very busy and I can't watch them all. I'm so sorry for my neglecting your amazing GIFs. Yeah, he has really much HP. I don't like this.
Are you still kind of under-leveled, or is it just like this?
I assume I'm under-leveled, but he might also just be very strong. They might just add up.
That's one of the things I think is interesting, is how you blast through these games without playing it as an RPG.
Well, how would one play it as an RPG? Would one just, I don't know, just grind more and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm playing it wrong, because that's what I do. I spend, you know, 80%
Well, I mean,
of the game time just killing random monsters.
I guess you can play them whatever way you want, and there's really no right or wrong.
I used to be like the real grinding type, then I just became like, then as the years went by, I just started avoiding grinding as much as possible. Basically to make like, basically because most RPGs are pretty easy.
Yeah.
So it's not a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I like it better this way. Grinding is just a time sink, you know?
Yeah, it's not too exciting, is it? But seriously, this enemy must have quite a lot of HP. And I'm also missing quite a lot, which is really annoying. Well, finally it died. But I get quite a lot of XP from this, so that's neat.
Just have to do that 2 more times.
Well, I guess I can do that, but I really need to get some more MP back. That was a long fight.
Didn't you have 5 people in your party before?
Yes, but one just got on a vacation and now he's gone.
You can't put somebody else in his spot?
Apparently not.
Did Sid die or something?
No, he's just lazy. He doesn't want to fight anymore. I'm not sure, I'm just making this up as I go, because I don't read the text. So I can't really tell you how this game really works, or its plot. So I just have to make it up for myself.
I was gonna say earlier, this is really, it's like a blind playthrough for reals, because you're not reading anything.
Yeah, it's really very blind. It's at least twice as blind as you would play it in just a blind playthrough. He's probably just a hobo. I mean, he looks like a hobo. He might also just be a hobo in spirits.
It's unfortunate, because he was the best part about this game so far. He looked like a luchador.
What is a luchador?
Mexican
those-
wrestler.
Yeah, Mexican wrestlers.
Oh, I see.
Wear masks.
Well, that sounds quite spooky. Why would you pack your lawnmower with explosives?
Yeah, I just saw the tweet. I didn't actually read the article, but yeah, it seemed like a pretty interesting story.
Well, here in America we get bored sometimes, so it's perfectly natural on a Saturday morning to go out to a field somewhere and just pack up your lawnmower with explosives and see what happens.
But aren't
You
there
guys
like...
have been you guys have been watching too much Mythbusters.
Yeah, I mean, aren't there safer hobbies that don't explode? They don't include cutting off your limbs. I don't know, like trying maybe cooking by the book or painting by the dots. Something safe.
Well, you might find that the safeness of an activity is inversely proportional to how much fun you have doing it.
Well, that maybe depends on your mindsets. You just need to appreciate the little things, like the fun you get out of painting stuff by dots and cooking by books.
Actually, we have this thing where, well, maybe this is everywhere, but it's kind of new to me, where people go and they paint with a group of people while they drink wine, I guess.
Yeah, that's a female thing, I believe.
So what happens? Do they just paint when they're drunk?
Yep. They paint. They have like what they choose from the picture they want to do, and then they all paint the same picture, and they drink wine while they're doing it. And yeah, you can tell that some of them are a little drunker than others. My favorite is the guy that got roped into doing that with his girlfriend and all her friends, and he just drew a big dick instead of whatever it was, like trees or whatever.
I see. Maybe try dad's punk. That might be safer for you than the lawnmower.
Doesn't sound like my cup of tea.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
It's like, have you seen that guy Colin Furs, where he just puts jets on everything?
Colin Furs? No, I don't think so. So it seems I'm just gonna fight a second behemoth in a second or so. That sucks.
Hey, you died.
Thanks for noticing. Hey, Chobo Loco.
So thinking of it now, this area could have been a fraction easier if you had an extra party member, I guess.
That's what I try to say.
Yeah, I was just thinking that now.
Would you say it would be 1/5 easier?
Yes.
Well, that kind of sucks now, but well, I'm just showing you how hard life can be by doing it the hard way.
Just use an escape rope and go pick up Sid.
I don't like Sids. I don't need Sid either.
Is this the one where he's like a pilot? He's got the goggles.
Yeah, he's a
Spooky.
pilot and he has goggles and he's really into lip injections. He has like
That's
huge,
FF7.
he's huge lips. He's he is like a Kardashian.
Oh, nice reference.
Kindness, I just got to the part where you like that whole the reason you had to kill Sephiroth thrice
Oh,
was because you got stuck in the Northern Crater, like in the leather. Like you can climb up back to the ladder and out.
Do you mean the stalactite or?
Yeah, the stalactites.
Oh, I see. I see.
That's I remember you had some kind of glitch that happened. And
Oh.
yeah, it was that.
Oh, that's a quite unusual glitch though. Shouldn't really happen.
So I should figure out why it happened.
I see. Anyway, I'm kind of out on. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate there's no save point here, because I can't really use. I need to increase my MP again.
Is this the second behemoth fight?
This is about to be the second behemoth fight, yes.
Okay. Actually, I'm curious to see if you actually leave the cave, whether they're still there or not. Because I mean, that could be an option if you're really stuck.
Prayer unanswered. What the fuck is this? I really wonder how this mechanic works, but such a brutal game. Even your prayers don't work all the time. I mean, I'm using pray to just increase my MP again because it's like the cheapest way to do that.
This game is like a metaphor for life.
Yeah, that could be true.
That ninja is really flashy. I thought ninjas were supposed to be subtle.
Well, he doesn't actually seem like a real ninja. He's probably just some hobo ninja. I mean, his clothes look rather non-ninja-like.
What's the thing with hobos?
I don't know. It's just a very fun word to use. Don't you think so too?
Be sure to equip your hobo shoes.
Yeah. Have you heard about hobo shoes before, Punk?
No, I'm unaware of hobo shoes.
Well, then you will probably find out sometime. I don't know. The word that's even more fun to use than hobos is hobo shoes. I don't really know why, but for some reason I like to talk about hobo shoes.
We have hobo gloves were popular here for a while. The gloves with the fingertips cut off.
Aren't they like a fashion thing?
Yeah, it used to be a fashion statement.
Isn't that the ones that isn't that what Karl Lagerfeld's known for, to wear those gloves? I don't know if you know him, but he's like
I don't know what that is.
he's like a fashion designer who always dresses like very strangely, and he has like I think he's like known for these kind of gloves with just the fingertips that cut off. It's just
Say
like
his name again?
he's Karl Lagerfeld. I don't know, you should Google him, I'm sure you know him. I'm sure you must know that guy. Shall I just...
So Kynos, wouldn't it be like probably for the best to just leave like killing Sephiroth twice to the very end? So you kill him once, get Omni Slash, and then just do it again and finish the game, or does that not work?
I like, what do I do compared to what you're suggesting?
I think you tried to do that. I think you just got Omni Slash, then you went back up to try to kill the weapons.
Oh, yeah, I guess I thought it's faster because Omni Slash really saves you some time.
I mean, but you could really just overflow Emerald to death though.
Well, if
And
you
Ruby.
wanna, you can give it a try. I mean, I only did it once, so my world might not be that great, as I said. I mean, you probably have to try yourself, if that's fast or not.
You do.
So did you look up Karl Lagerfeld punk? I'm sure you must
Yeah.
know him. Did you
He's
know
familiar
him?
now.
Yeah.
At least his face is.
Well, I believe his face must have been changing through the years. Probably gets a new face every couple of years.
He doesn't look like he wears hobo gloves.
Have you seen his gloves? They look kind of like the one you described with the cuts, with the fingertips cut off.
Oh, okay, these look like biker gloves.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or like street punk gloves or something.
Yeah, I'm sure he's street punk or something. I don't know. He looks very hobo-ish to me. His entire attire is rather... I don't know. He looks like a high-end hobo.
A well-off hobo.
Yeah, they must exist as well.
He just hobos as a hobby.
I'm sure that's one way to do it. Maybe he's a part-time hobo.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna leave you guys now. I'll probably just lurk a bit, but
Well, see you.
so have
Get
fun.
some sleep. Good luck. Don't die.
See Metallica.
What does blind playthrough mean? Normally blind playthrough just means I haven't played the game before, so I'm playing it like blind without knowing stuff. But also in this game it means I actually don't read the text, because I don't actually read any dialogue. So I'm very blind in this game.
Also, he gouged his eyeballs out, so he's blind now.
And he's wearing a blindfold on top of it. And eye patch is behind the blindfold.
Oh, this Lagerfeld guy's German.
Yeah, he's originally German, yeah, that's true. But I think he's like the head designer for Chanel, and he only lives in France or something. You going back to your planets? What planet would that be?
I think both Fuzzy and Thomas are French.
Yes, that could be true.
They have like a French planet.
I see.
Apparently I sound like David Spade.
Who's David Spades?
You don't sound like David Spade.
Isn't he this little guy who is into he's an actor?
Yep.
Yes,
I was
yes.
about to apologize for whoever told you that, because that sucks. I don't want to be associated with David Spade.
He's like I think I know who he is. Isn't he like rather small? Not really yeah, does he have blonde hair?
Yeah, I think so. Blonde, long hair. He's what they're talking about, the Emperor's New Groove movie, which is a good movie. So
I don't watch movies, so I wouldn't know. But he has like a beard, like a mustache.
yeah, he's kind of trying to look like Johnny Depp, I guess.
Oh yeah, then I know who it is.
He's on a few sitcoms, I think. I don't really know much about him. I just know who he is. Kind of like Karl Lagerfeld.
I think though, I mean, Karl Lagerfeld is like kind of famous, isn't he? Just because of the way he looks, kind of.
Actually, when I was a physics student, there was this French guy in our class, and he had like a really strong accent. I'm surprised Fuzzy doesn't sound French to me.
Well, to me, it sounds French. Like, his accent isn't really that strong, but I can hear it still.
I guess it depends on what part of France you're from.
I don't really know about that. It seems to me that like France doesn't really have very many different accents. Or very many dialects. Probably just the difference is like how thick your French accent is.
Maybe he had some kind of speech impediment that I couldn't pick up on because it was in French.
Yeah, who knows?
Where is Fuzzy? Isn't he supposed to guide you to the game?
Yeah, Fuzzy is like the guy who last time helped me, but now he's busy with other stuff or something.
Wow.
Yeah, he abandoned me.
You're not a priority to him.
It's quite heartless of him, I agree. Also, Punk, Zreka wants to compliment your life as a physics or former physics student.
Oh yeah, I used to be a physics student. There's this, we have this place called Southwest Research that does research in a lot of places, and it's people come from around the world to
Oh, I see.
do research in space physics.
Because Zreka pretends to be a physics professor, so maybe that's why.
Really?
I mean, I can only say that because I don't know if he really is. I assume so, but I wouldn't really know.
Seems like a physics professor wouldn't spend all day on Imager.
I don't know. Why do you think so?
That thing's supposed to be a behemoth? Looks like
Yes,
a
this
rat.
is a behemoth. You must have seen really some strange rats in your life. I mean, I don't actually think I've ever seen a rat, but to me this doesn't look like I've never seen like a live rat, but I know what rats look like in like laboratories and stuff, so aren't they like actually not so fancy and so dandy? Like this behemoth looks quite like dandy, I would argue.
A fancy rat.
A very fancy rat, maybe.
I think they get that big in New York.
Really? Do they have a rat problem in New York?
Yep.
I had no idea.
They get as big as cats. And bigger.
Really? Why do they have a rat problem in New York?
Too many hobos.
I always assume New York is like some kind of advanced, some kind of advanced civilization where they have like, I don't know, advanced life, but apparently not so much.
Advanced civilization? What do you mean?
Like they have technology and stuff, and they have like a high living standards. At least in New
Kinda
York
like
City.
the opposite of that.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not bad.
At least New
If you
York
can have
City.
Dubai.
No, I don't think of Dubai. I assumed that like New York. I mean, there's no New York is like, isn't it the place in the world with like the highest number of billionaires?
I would have guessed that would be California.
Well, I mean like a city. California doesn't really have. Well, there's Silicon Valley and stuff, but I still think New York has more than. New York City has more than, I don't know, whatever city is the headquarters
have-
of
houses there, but they're never there. Maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they have a lot of real estate there. Like, it's probably usually empty for most of the year.
I really wouldn't know.
It's sad.
I just know Biggie is from New York, and who's the other guy?
Who's Biggie?
Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah, Tupac is from the Never Eats,
You
the
know,
West Coast.
They're both dead, aren't they? So
Yeah.
I don't know why
You
you
still have to pick a side.
I see.
Jesus is dead, but a lot of people still follow him.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison.
Oh yeah, Tupac is actually still alive. Good call, Lord Viper.
I mean, doesn't he still release albums every couple of years or so? Kind of like Michael Jackson does.
Yeah, every few years he comes back from the dead and releases a new album.
I mean, Michael Jackson does the same thing, doesn't he?
Yep.
People just need to make even more money.
They just live in hologram form.
I mean, somebody profits from it, right? His estate just gets money, so his ancestors profit from it. So, guess it makes sense.
I think probably Puff Daddy owns all this stuff.
I have no idea.
What's a good German band to listen to?
Well, I don't really listen to any German bands myself. But I mean, guess the most famous one is obviously Rammstein. Whites.
Yeah, that's like heavy metal, right?
Exactly. But it's probably the only really well-known German band anyway, isn't it? I actually don't know of any other one that is known outside of Germany.
That's easy. Kraftwerk.
Oh, Kraftwerk. Can you say the German pronunciation?
Kraftwerk.
Kinda. But isn't that an electronic music band, like experimental actually?
Yes, they were the first ones. There's also like a lot of like the krautrock bands were pretty popular. Yeah, not really like mainstream popular, but they're popular in like alternative circles.
I might not even know them
like
myself.
Nye,
I mean,
like
I
Nye and Can.
I only really hardly know Kraftwerk.
Don't you have a band? Don't you sing like Final Fantasy covers or something?
That's what's that, Megaran? He does the Black Materia.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I found an album with a bunch of Final Fantasy remixes one time. Some of
really?
them were okay. Yeah, it's hit or miss, but some of them. There was one with like Costa del Sol theme behind it, which was pretty good.
I see.
I just like that theme.
You know, I didn't know that Rammstein was actually German. I thought it was just a thing to name metal bands German things.
What did you think it was, if not German? Just American, or?
People
Yeah, I don't know.
grunting angrily.
Wherever metal bands come from.
Metal bandland.
You know, for the longest time I didn't even know that Rammstein was like an actual place in Germany. There's like a US naval base or a US Air Force base in Germany called Rammstein. And
Yeah,
there
that's what
was
Taco Bell is.
yeah, you said so. And also there was like some kind of Air Force disaster like some years ago where like there was like a flight show like in the 90s, and there was like a lot of deaf people because of that. There was some kind of flight show accident. And I believe that's actually what the band name is named after this Air Force base. And I don't know.
I know it means like battering ram, right?
You mean the name Rammstein means
Yeah,
something?
the name.
What should it mean?
Yeah, I think I think it means battering ram.
It doesn't really mean anything. It's just, you know, it's like made of two words, Wham and Stein, and Stein is German for just stone. But Wham doesn't really have a meaning. It's just some kind of word
Well, let me
fraction.
check. I'll check.
Rammstein.
Somebody find out for us.
Is that how we would assume it's pronounced in German? I feel that many American people, or like just many foreign people, don't really know how German actually sounds like.
I think most just say Rammstein.
Yeah, that's probably what I would call it as well, because I don't want to give away my spooky German ancestry.
Ramstein. I've heard people say Ramstein before.
That ram stain. Gotta clean it out.
Like, there's this Japanese band called Larkin CL that's pretty good.
What
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
music is it?
I guess it's kind of like pop rock.
Oh boy, we've started the YouTube video link spam in chat.
Aren't Pop Rocks a candy?
Yeah,
They are.
it's kind of interesting that their name is French, but they're Japanese. Yeah, J-Rock, good call, B. It's kind of its own genre.
So, what is your ninja wearing exactly?
What is he wearing? You mean what is he
Yeah.
equipped with, or are you asking me like to?
He doesn't look like a ninja.
Are you asking me to identify his fashion choice?
Yes. Can you just go to like a Goodwill and pick out anything?
Well, he's wearing this really strange mask before his mouth. Maybe he just tastes really hideous, and that's why he tries to deflect the interest from his hideousness to his hideous clothes. It's actually quite a good pick. I think Lady Gaga does the same thing. No offense.
I see.
Yeah, you should. You know, I feel there's ways to cope with life. And you know, if you're hideous, just wear really hideous clothes. People won't notice that you're hideous in that case.
As long as the clothes are more hideous than you, you know.
Yes,
Gotta be kind of
exactly.
some kind of
That's what you
ratio.
have to make sure. So people just get really freaked out by which like the hideous stuff you're wearing. They won't notice you're also just hideous. It works not only if you're hideous, but also if you're like, I don't know, if you have like any other issues, like if you're just really arrogant or mean or whatever, just deflect them with your hideous clothes. It will work.
But I mean, clothes only get so hideous, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like too bad personality-wise, just, you know, look-wise, it might fail.
I wish it was mainstream to wear, or not mainstream, but I wish it was more acceptable to just wear masks.
Why do you wish so?
Because
Just-
then, you know, you could be as ugly as you want to.
No one knew who you were till you put on the mask.
There you go.
So one time, my friend had made the ski masks, and I had one in my car, and I had a friend with me, and he went into the gas station, and while he was in there, I slowly put the mask on, and it scared the crap out of everyone in the store.
Oh,
I didn't mean to. I wasn't thinking about it. I was young and dumb, but they definitely thought we were about to rob them.
yeah, I can see that.
See, when you put a mask on it, but you gotta put like a name thing on your shirt, like "Hi, my name's Bob" or something, so people are like more comfortable around you.
Yeah.
Maybe try an innocent mask, like, I don't know, a Pikachu mask or something. Something that doesn't seem so, so threatening. Like some kind of Pokemon mask.
Something that's not a ski mask with 2 eye holes cut into it.
Yeah, that probably could work. I never actually tried to steal from enemies. Is steal actually any good in this game? Can you actually steal good stuff? I have no idea. Maybe I should try that. Doesn't really seem so though.
This is one of the problems with these types of games, is you gotta know which monsters you can steal from.
Yeah, you have to know a lot of things actually. I mean, these days you can just look it up, so it's not really so much of an issue, but like back in the day, we had to like buy a guidebook, and I mean nowadays, do they even still exist? I don't know, do they still exist guidebooks in the same way they used to?
I don't know, I used to buy them all the time though for the cool pictures.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
certain games release them, but they release them just as like a novelty items, like so people can collect them. I don't think
I
people
see.
use.
that
But
makes
they
sense.
don't have anything in them anymore.
That's true. Because I went to the store the other day and I saw a Wind Waker one, and I was like, what's this?
I actually have one. I have like a Wind Waker guidebook somewhere. I mean, they have quite nice artwork, so there's something to them.
So yeah, cooking streams are getting bigger and bigger. You gotta start your own cooking stream.
Well, I mean, wouldn't it be ironic for me to start a cooking stream? It's kind of, I
You
don't
just
know.
cook like on every Thursday or something. Do speed runs.
It's like asking, I don't know. I'm looking for a good comparison to compare my cooking skills to for a cooking stream. It's like,
It's like asking Kesha to sing a song.
well, I can see what you're doing there, but I think her music isn't actually that terrible. It's like, I don't know.
You can start slow. You can like boil an egg and then like microwave a pizza or something.
But I don't even like
Yeah, just
eggs.
go
I
with
could
it.
only really cook food I want to cook, and I don't know. That already strongly limits my amount of available foods.
Oatmeal. There you go.
I mean, I already like die almost from plastic wrapper openings. So how do you even think I would survive actually cooking something?
Well, you don't really cook tuna, do you? You just kind of put it in the bowl.
Well, I opened the can. Doesn't that count?
I guess that's effort. You cut your finger if you do it wrong.
Well, actually, the can I buy, they have like pop openings, like what do you call them? Pop tops. You just draw on them, and they open. They have
See.
like a little ring on them. You can just draw.
I prefer the pouches.
Yeah, I get the pouches of tuna.
The pouches. What are pouches?
They're like little pouches of tuna, and it's like vacuum sealed. You just kind of
Oh.
tear it open and dump it. There's
Oh, I
not,
see.
you know, there's not too much excess juice. It's just right. So it's like, you know, it works.
Do I have to add a timer? Well, I can do that. So let's just add a timer then, if that makes you happy. So give me a second to find my timer I can add.
Got a lot of green splits. It's good.
Oh, so I need to open my splits. Oh, there
Where'd
we
the
go.
Australian go? He just left.
He went to sleep.
Oh.
I mean, I think it's currently where he lives. It's 4 o'clock now, so
Isn't it like 6 or 7 o'clock for you?
It is 1900 exactly, so 7 p.m.
Oh, I thought it was 7 a.m.
a.m. in Germany. How do you think this actually works? This time zone thing?
I know nothing about anything.
I see. Well,
Crazy space time.
Locally, Germany is to the east of the US, so it's like in the future, temporarily, time zone wise. So we're like 6 hours ahead of New York time and like East Coast, and 9 hours ahead of West Coast.
Yep, it's just now 2 here.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
gonna be one.
Actually, we're currently 5 hours ahead of East Coast because we haven't had the switch to daylight saving time yet. So we have that actually this night, like at 3 o'clock. The time I think at 2 o'clock we just jumped to 3 o'clock. But I think you had it like last week or so.
Yeah, like last week or something that happened for us.
Yeah, Europe for some reason has it this week. So currently the difference is less, it's just 1 hour less. It will be 6 hours to East Coast again.
We used
Well, I
to have
got
it
the
on-
number right, so that's something.
So I just started the timer. There's no reason to, but now you have a timer. You're happy now? You even asked for the timer anyway. There's a timer now that I just started.
It's okay, people are happy now, that's all that matters.
Also, somebody said there's gonna be a behemoth encounter again soon, so I'm just gonna save a lot.
Giant rat.
Okay, there we go. Oh my god, you just outright killed her. That's spooky.
Is Rosa still getting one shot, being useless?
Yes.
Told you, Mop's a good name for her.
You have a party tonight? How do you know though how long your party will last in advance? Like, that's a strange concept to me.
What if people leave early or something?
Yeah, what if they just don't leave and just they conquer your house and yeah, they just throw you out? Oh, it's not at your house, the party, is it somebody else's house?
Well, congrats on your new house. You just take it over.
Well, I prefer to not go to other people's houses, to just go to other people's houses. The party's not in my house because people, when they have a party, they do stuff that I prefer to not have to deal with. Like, there's things that happen, like people puking on your shoes and stuff, that I'd rather have it
Why
other.
is that the thing?
But a lot of genetic stuff all over their place, and I don't need
Yeah.
that.
I prefer to sit at other people's house than in my house. So like, I prefer the puke to be in other people's couches and other people's shoes, not my shoes and couch.
So did anyone ever puke on your floor?
No. Why do
I've
you?
always wondered that.
Why would
Because
you?
you had like in the description.
Oh, well, but there was a pretty tragic childhood story of mine. Not a child, but like a pretty tragic adolescent story of mine. So when I was an adolescent, I was at somebody else's party once, and well, essentially the gist of the story is that somebody puked on my shoes. That wasn't fun.
I think I've heard this story before.
Yes, it's quite tragic.
You have like 3 or 4 stories that get told.
Well, my life is just one big story.
I like the potato one. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's also very tragic and
My
traumatic.
favorite one is a Charizard in the toilet.
That's a pretty bad name for it. You shouldn't like give away the plot
Yeah,
twist
that's
in
kind
it.
of a...
Call it the plushie story. so it's not so revealing at once.
Spoilers.
Time to make a plushy star RPG.
Never
Well-
understood the appeal of house parties.
I mean, they were just really drunk and they puked on my shoes. It wasn't really their fault or anything. It was just they were too drunk.
Last time I was at a house party was like 2006 when I was in high school, so it's been a long time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't really go out to party so much because stuff happens, like, you know.
It's not even like the
Puke.
movies either. Just a bunch some people dancing and a bunch of people just got bored and started playing Magic the Gathering. It's kind of hilarious.
That sounds a bit random.
It was like all these popular kids and everything, and eventually just like a bunch of random people came and started playing Magic the Gathering. And it was like, okay, so what's going on here? Turns into a card tournament.
But I guess there could be worse things than just Magic the Gathering in a party. It doesn't really sound too bad.
Kindness, you said something interesting. You said the person was drunk, so it wasn't their fault.
What do you imply this means?
I don't know, just like, why would you say it's not their fault?
Well, they were just too drunk. I mean, they weren't trying to puke on my floor, on my shoes, I believe. I mean, of course I can't prove that they weren't trying to actually damage my shoes. But I feel it was just, you know, if like somebody like, I don't know, if somebody just explodes randomly, is it their fault? I mean, it doesn't really happen very often, but isn't there
I
like
think that
also...
scenario is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you get like their like if somebody explodes randomly, and you get like their pancreas in your face, and like your face is like ruined because of the blood from the people's explosion, would it be their fault?
I would say that if you drank a bunch of explosive juice and then exploded, it might be your fault.
Yeah, that's probably true, but like, I mean, if you get drunk,
Then again, it's your fault, too, for being
It's-
in the explosive radius.
it's just a side effect of getting drunk that you might also puke. I mean, I don't even know what we were talking about. I was just standing outside, excuse me, and somebody just all of a sudden had to vomit, and they just vomited on the floor. Then my shoes just got caught in the crossfire of the, I don't know, the puking.
Should have sued him and got rich. That's how it works in America.
Well, I live in Germany, so we don't really have that here. You
Oh,
can't
I
have.
see.
Yeah, we don't have any of those legal. We don't really believe in litigation so much, so we don't have any of those legal fights either that make you rich.
No suing because cruise control isn't autopilot. Nothing like that.
But that's what I think every time someone says Crossfire. I think of that commercial.
I mean, there's probably worse things than getting puked on your shoe. Than getting puke on your shoes.
Well, puke is a pretty bad body fluid to get on you, so
Yes, that's true.
pretty up there. There are like two other forms that are worse than puke. That's the top three.
I
I would say
see.
puke is one of the more mild bodily whatevers.
Fluids.
Sure.
It's nice that you can classify and weight them on a scale. I never really thought about that, but it's an interesting
I think
suggestion.
saliva is the lowest. Saliva
what?
is the lowest.
How is that more mild? There's got to be more mild stuff. I can think of a couple things.
Well, I mean, I guess technically urine is sterile, so that would be the least bad.
That is great to know.
It
And, like,
is.
saliva would have germs in it.
I mean, this brings us, of course, back to this other story I talked about, the amazing Kellogg's Puff Rice Crispy UN story.
But it depends how you're ranking them. Are you ranking them by grossness or sterileness? You know, it's just it's
Maybe
like how dangerous they are to your health, you know?
Well, people swallow fucking all kinds of sexual stuff, so that can't be too bad.
Really? When did you hear that?
What does that even mean?
Is that from the Discovery Channel?
Yeah, You remember that one song? You might not, you're not from America.
I don't think I know any songs really.
What's it called? The fucking...
Don't.
I can't remember the name of it. It's a popular, well, it was a popular song. Here.
How much health does that thing have? Jeez.
I was told like 40,000. It's really quite a lot.
Do you have Libra? You should scan it.
Oh, I could probably do that, but I don't really care.
They should really just show you how much health it has. It's not really a...
Oh, I think I know what song you mean now. The isn't it a Bloodhound Dogs?
Also,
Bloodhound game?
Kainos, you should know by first-hand experience. Aren't you quite the ladies' man?
That's a very very random question, isn't it?
Sorry. That escaped while I was trying to say something.
I mean, if you want to beat Metallica in his burping competition, you must still improve your game. Metallica.
That was an accident. I'll do a real
Metallica is like I don't know. He's the burping grandmaster, it seems.
He's a pro. He's a 3rd-degree black belt in burping.
burping. That's great.
Something like that, yeah.
No, don't start out burping because then your stream's gonna devolve to burping and fart jokes. And then that's pretty much
That
as long as
sounds a
it
bit
gets.
spooky.
So back to talking about vomit.
What about it?
Didn't we talk about it the other day about it having some like enzyme or something of cheese or something? Some sort of acid that's in cheese or something?
I don't know what you're talking about.
They talking about that cheese with the flies.
I still know what you're talking about. I still have no idea what this is all about. I mean, apparently this is the last behemoth in this place, because there was only 3 forced encounters with behemoths, so this should be the last one at least, which is good. Yeah, there's the mega cheese, right? I mean, some people like to eat insects, and apparently they're quite rich in protein.
I'd have to have more motivation than protein to eat an insect, like superpowers or something.
Well, I don't really know what you get when if you eat insects, but it sounds a bit spooky, honestly.
We have a store here where you can buy sour cream and onion crickets.
Crickets? What kind of place is it where you live, where you can buy crickets?
Well, this is like some kind of hippie place in the mall.
Oh, They actually sell crickets. Hippies eat
Crickets are actually pretty nutritious though. Like not even.
Yeah,
Oh.
crickets are supposed to be a big deal.
I see, I see.
Like apparently, the World Health Organization has said, because in the future there might be issues with getting enough, farmlands for animals and so on. So
Yeah, I hear about
people
that.
should start to look into raising crickets to eat them.
Oh
It's
my
actually
god,
pretty nutritious.
that sounds really spooky.
Sounds terrible. Hope I die
Yeah.
before that happens.
Well, the future is all kinds of spooky, isn't it?
If you grind them up into flour, I doubt you'd notice.
Pretty
That's
much.
true.
But you'd still know, wouldn't you?
And it's not like people from other countries, other places in the world haven't eaten crickets for like thousands of years.
Yeah, we're the
Wow.
weird ones who don't eat crickets.
Well, I eat snails, so
You're Portuguese? I thought that sounded
yeah,
very...
we have snails in Portugal.
It sounds very French, not Portuguese.
Yeah, but we do still have, but we don't like eat the big ones. Just eat like the small ones.
I see.
I had snails on a cruise once.
You mean you ate them, or you had them like some kind of disease?
No, I ate them.
I
Just
see.
falling off you.
It was mainly just like butter with some snails in it.
Yeah, have you seen the on Twitch the food channel?
I've seen it, yes.
Like in this initial one of Julia Childs, the French chef, she just had everything with butter, so I guess you would just eat snails with butter as well. I guess like you can eat anything with butter really, just kind of adds some taste, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not big on butter. Since it's in everything already.
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
But,
butter is
literally
essentially...
there's... Rip.
I mean, essentially butter is just fat, isn't it?
It's,
Pretty much.
milk that you churn really hard.
Yeah, it's just... But, like,
I don't know.
nutritionally it's just essentially only fats.
It's pretty much like as good for you as lard is. Just fat. That's all it is.
Lard is really spooky to me.
Yeah, just fat.
It's kind of strange how on your channel hot shit is the name for a good thing.
I think it's everywhere, isn't it? I mean, I only really use it because I've heard it. I kind of work like a cyborg, copies stuff. That's how I learn new words. I read them somewhere, then I just copy them.
Just don't become a crazy racist xenophobe.
Well, my AI is advanced, so I wouldn't fall prey to that.
Hello.
Oh hey,
Hello.
is that your way of saying hello?
Yes.
That's interesting.
How's the run?
Well, look at my timer and guess by the splits.
But butter in coffee once it was just a good idea. Wow. That's. I knew someone who actually put salt in their coffee.
That sounds horrible.
Like she wasn't even kidding though. She actually like put salt in her coffee, which was yeah.
That's nice.
Salt is like the only way to add flavor to things.
Well, why do you even want
Salt
flavor in
and
the
fat.
first place?
There you go.
Too much flavor is too bad anyway.
I mean, I don't like flavor that much, but I'm just saying.
Who likes flavor? Screw
Yeah.
that stuff.
Flavor is optional.
Maybe some people have so bad taste buds that they need so much flavor so it at least tastes bland to them, you know?
You know, I feel I'm like the opposite. I have so many taste buds, everything just tastes too much to me, so I can only really tolerate bland foods. Because it's quite, to me, bland is actually quite rich in flavor, but like actual foods, like, that you eat, it's like too rich in flavor for me. I can't, it's just too much flavor there for me. I
have
feel
that
that's,
problem too.
I feel that's how I approach foods.
So it looks like you're playing hide and seek. You can see that on the Discord.
Yes, I am. I haven't been found yet, because otherwise I wouldn't be playing it anymore, right?
Or nobody's playing with you, so you're just gonna be
You're
hiding
just
forever.
hiding somewhere.
Well,
Sitting in a closet waiting.
someday someone is gonna find me, I guess. That's how all hide and seek games ends.
We're still searching.
Isn't it a reference to that Imogen Heap song?
I don't know that band.
They had one hit.
Seems like your type of music, actually, Kainos.
What kind of music do you think I'm into anyway?
Bjork.
Bjork? Is that what you call Bjork?
I have a friend of mine who would kill you if you said Bjork.
Because they like Bjork. They don't like,
Bjork,
they don't like butchering her name.
pretty much. So I intentionally butcher her name in weird ways.
Bjork? I never heard Bjork, but yeah, I like Bjork. Do you like Bjork too, Punk?
I've actually never heard Bjork.
You should listen to a Bjork song once. Seriously, you should definitely do that. Why not just do it right now and tell me what you think about it after you've listened to a Bjork song?
Would we survive?
Yes,
Diabetes.
it's not deadly. I've done it many times.
What song would you recommend?
Just Google search for let's see. Just Google search for Hidden Place. Try that.
The Bjork song?
That's a Bjork song, yes.
Now you're saying.
Well, I have to be consistent now. It's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of fun. How about this?
Well, you know, the first time I heard of Björk, I actually thought it was a man, and that was like 10 years ago, and I had no idea who Björk was. And like when I first like read an when I first read a Wikipedia article on her, I thought it just still was like a man. Then I saw like pictures when I still thought it was a man until like someone told me it's actually a woman. I was really confused. Like to me, the name Björk is actually it kind of sounds like a male name to me. So I couldn't believe it's a woman because the name Björk
It's
to
actually
me.
pronounced Björk.
Yeah, in Icelandic you'd
Björk.
probably say Björk.
Björk.
Björk. Kind of like
But
that.
like, a friend of mine like consistently, that friend actually says like, it's Björk, it's Björk, don't say
Yeah, I feel
Bjork
like-
or Bjork.
Yeah, like I try to say like Björk. Isn't that how you would say it? Just Björk.
Like it's more like an E though. It's like the O is an E, so you're like Björk.
Björk. I see.
Björk.
Yeah, like Björk. Yeah, I guess. I feel like a lot of American people because like because like Björk sounds like sounds like jerk. They try to just say like Björk, so like the O is an O, so they don't really seem like to be saying Björk like a jerk. I don't know. I've seen like some interviews and they just always call her like Björk instead of like Björk. I don't know if that's the reason why they don't want to call her like jerk. I don't know, but I mean it's a quite unusual name anyway. I mean, apparently Icelandic people don't really have a last name. They just, I mean, they have a last name, but the last name isn't really like, you know, like in most places, your last name is one that you like inherit. But in the Iceland, your last name is just essentially, it tells you like what your father is called. So like your last name isn't the same as like your brother's last name, or like your, like like if you marry someone, your last name doesn't change, and it's kind of weird.
They're like titles. Just get them for cheap.
Essentially, your last name is like, it's like son of or daughter of your father. So that's like what it means.
Oh.
Like, so Björk is like called Björk Sigmundsdóttir or something.
Gudmundsdóttir.
Yeah,
Gudmundsdóttir.
Gudmundsdóttir. Yeah, it means like the daughter of Gudmund, which is their father apparently or something. So that's like it's a quite unusual way to work with last names in Iceland.
That's very like medievalish.
Yeah, it's,
time-ish.
I think it was also the case in some other countries. It was just abolished, but Iceland still has it, which is unusual.
I think Iceland have also looked into recently into abolishing it. At least, like, I think they have also really strict naming laws.
Yeah,
So
they have
don't-
like a council on what first name you
Yeah.
can use.
Like that's also here. Like, but it's a lot less strict.
I
You
see.
can get away with a lot of things.
Is that so you don't name your kids like North or something, or? sort of
Well, apparently you
direction or
have to be
something?
able to decline the name in the Icelandic language. So you have to like you know, you have to be able to to work around the name in the Icelandic language. And names that don't work like that, they're like kind of banned because they don't have like Icelandic forms to like use for genitive and the other forms. It's kind of like Latin, where they have like all those unusual forms and they're highly visible. I heard that's the main reason why they like try to ban some names that wouldn't work in the Icelandic language.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of weird though. How's FF4 going? Well, I'm making progress, but this enemy is very strong, and I'm still not past it. I'm trying to kill it, but it's taking some time.
When I ran into these things in 10, they have a move that just one-shots your entire team.
Oh
Learned
really?
that part.
What is that enemy?
The behemoth.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
there's one
weird.
in like every game, I think, or at least most of them. There's even a few in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, just like I think the first time I ran into one, it just rushed me, killed all my party members in one hit, and I lost about 30 minutes of work.
Oh, finally it's dead. That took a long time. Like a long time. I'm just gonna quick save because my game might crash and that would be unfortunate if I had to redo this battle.
So that wasn't bad.
It was just very slow. I won't tell you shouldn't die, Chobo Loco. If you die, you normally stay dead, so try to avoid that.
Sometimes.
Well, I mean, you can be revived, like, you know, if you like have some kind of accidental death, you might just be able to be resurrected, but it's not very common, is it?
I don't know. 99.9% of people die when they, you know. So, 0.1%.
It's like on what was that an anime again? Oh yeah, Fate Stay Night, where someone says people die when they are killed, which is rather self-evident.
Yeah.
You might say it's a priori.
There was a news broadcaster that was broadcasting news, and then she said the people were critically dead in the vehicle. I don't know what that means.
She was saying they were critically dead.
Yes.
Wow. Is she still?
Means they died by a critical hit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Is she still in news? Is she still doing that? The news broadcasting, or did she find something more prone to I don't know?
She's still broadcasting the news. Local
Oh really?
news.
Maybe she got better at some point.
Maybe. Maybe they don't want to fire her because she's like pretty. Like we can't get rid of her.
Does she work
She's
for
pretty.
Fox News though?
No.
Well, I guess then they don't have to keep up with her if she's pretty. Wow, I can't get Bahamut. What the fuck? She doesn't want to give me stuff. Should sue someone.
It used to be a meme to blame Obama. You can do that.
Yeah, like, I don't even know why I can't get stuff, but I can't get stuff. I don't have Leviathan, no. Apparently I need Leviathan whites, because that's what you're suggesting, it seems. Well, that's unfortunate, really.
At least you can pick up Sid now.
Yeah, let's do that. After I use some stuff, like tent or so. Maybe even a cottage. Seriously, this lunar whale, this airship looks very much like some kind of hovercraft only. I can't
you
pick
were
up
joking when you
SIDS.
said cottage.
So where can I get SIDS? This place has so many caves.
Did you leave them on Earth?
I believe so.
How can they breathe on the moon?
See, this place has so many fucking caves. It's ridiculous.
Is there cheese there?
I wouldn't really know.
It's just obnoxious that it's so hard to land.
Yeah, there's apparently you can only land on the hills, I realized. You can't land on the valleys. It's not Sid, how mysterious.
Gonna get a moon man in your party.
Maybe I'm gonna get David Bowie. Who knows?
Rip in peace. What's the rip expression in German?
There is none really. I mean, you can translate it, but when somebody dies, you don't say anything special, such as whip. I mean, what does he mean to say whip? Like, can you like rest in unpeace? Like, what does he mean? I never understood that really. Like, do people assume you become a ghost and you get like you have to haunt people? Something? I don't really know what this entire whip thing is supposed to even signify.
Maybe when you don't rest in peace, you become a ghost or something, like you said.
Yeah, that's what I assume, but like, is that what people really assume? Like, you become a spooky ghost, you have to haunt people because you have nothing else to do? That would be really sad.
What's the motivation for hunting people? You just, like, is there points? There's like a score system? Where you don't have to do it anymore? I don't know.
I mean, would you know? Maybe you have to
hunt
do
people
it.
forever. So they tell you, so they say rest in peace and then you don't hunt anymore.
Yeah, who knows? I wouldn't know. I haven't actually died yet, so I can't tell you how it is.
Might be like a game of tag, hide and seek or something, you know?
Comes from the Latin requiescat in pace.
Wow, did you study Latin?
I actually did.
Really,
Yeah,
at
I
school?
noticed because you actually said the C's with a heart. K sound. Because I also had studied Latin for like 6 months or so.
Well, I heard that you know, the way that we speak Latin these days is just an estimation of what it might sound like, because we really have no idea if like the C would be
No,
hard.
there's like ecclesiastical Latin, which is the one that's spoken in the Vatican, and it's a bit different. And there's reconstructed Latin, which is the one that's you know, with a hard C. The C
Yeah.
has hard Ks.
For example, in the FF7 final fight against Saber Sephiroth, they sing Latin, but they use like the non-hard C. They use like the almost like the Italian C. When they say
yeah,
like
that's ecclesiastical. Because,
when they
you know,
say
it
like
makes sense
yeah,
since it's like since from the
my game
God,
crashed.
what-
They
off-
sing
no,
like Vene Vene Fac, like non in more facias instead of not non in more facias.
Yeah.
Hey, from the fucking Carmina Burana. That's what the Carmina Burana. That's what I was
Oh, I see.
trying to remember the text from.
It's like Italian is just Latin, but you say it wrong.
Kinda, yeah. You know, people usually don't seem to realize, I feel, that English is very much just Latin as well. Like, I don't know, I study Latin, and English to me is just very much just Latin.
It is like it's a lot of the vocabulary, like 60% of the vocabulary is Latin derived.
Yeah, I feel so.
That's why we're motivated to learn Latin in high school, because
I
you
didn't
can
die,
just sort
my
of
game
figure out
crashed.
words.
Oh, I see. So somebody asked if I died. No, but just my game crashed. I'm sorry. Yeah, like a lot of English words have Latin roots, and that isn't really so much the case for like German. It's much more the case for English, really.
Finally finished making splits for the glitch 100%.
Oh, I see.
Like I actually went back to the just to check things out, and yeah, this all works, I guess. So I think I need to test like if you can just kill Sephiroth twice in a row, just to get first time to get Omnislash, and then just kill him again, kill him dead, for sure. Because yeah, actually Sephiroth doesn't die when he's killed. Apparently.
Well, it's because you warp to Bizarro Sephiroth, not to Safer first. Like the game only
Yeah, I
ends.
know.
The game doesn't end if Safer dies. The game ends because like the a certain variable has a certain value, and that's the game moments.
And then when probably that debug room option doesn't actually set to the right value.
Well, what exactly does the option in the debug room do? What does it do exactly?
I think it just warps you to Bizarro. But
Yeah, and that's
if the
like
game doesn't end.
yeah. The reason is that in Bizarro fight nothing actually happens like game variable wise. The game ends because of something that happens before the Genova battle fight. Because of before the Genova synthesis battle, there the game will set to like its highest value. So if you skip that battle against Genova synthesis, actually if you skip just the part before that, like the scene in which they see Genova synthesis, that's when like the game is supposed to end. And if you don't have that, the game will never end.
Yeah, so my idea works, I guess, like killing him twice in a row.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that might help.
You should probably try it though.
Yeah, I'm actually going to start looking into things today.
I see. So, who's this hobo here?
He's
Oh
a
my
moon
god.
man.
Yeah, he's in my party apparently now. I mean, he's wearing just a hobo nightshirt. It's a bit confusing.
He's the Heaven's Gate guy.
he's the best character in the game.
Fusoya. He sounds
Here.
spooky.
Why don't they cap? Yeah, they don't like in the original version. He actually had like Fu, and then the S was all the syllables are like have alternating caps, so full. So yeah, I don't
I
know why
see.
they actually changed it. They put it on like regular case. That was my favorite part of it. It made him actually like sound lunar-ish.
Well, if we're just Japanese.
Hey, what happened to Flashy Santa?
He died, I think.
Did he really?
What
Yep.
happened to Tella? He died. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he died.
He casts
Meteor.
Meteo, and then his body can take it and dies.
Oh, I see. Well, there we go. So what's with the other characters? Do I like what is with Edward, for example? Do I get him back at some point? So does Edward come back at some point, or does anyone
He's a
know?
vampire, so I assume so.
Wait, Edward? What?
Yeah, what happens to like Edward? Does Edward come back to my party, or?
No, Edward doesn't come back.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm kind of glad because I can't
He
really.
just left, but he's not dead or anything. He just left.
I see. I mean, he wasn't really ever useful, so I guess I can live without him.
At least he can cast Meteor now. It's the best thing ever.
I guess I will try Meteor eventually. See how I like it. Also, you
Were
put
you able to save the little rock twins?
they're still stones, whatever that means.
Drugs.
Yeah, they're always very stoned still to this day.
This game is brutal. You just kill all of your party members.
Well, isn't that the way life is as well? People die, get used to it.
Hashtag life lessons.
Well, it doesn't hurt to be aware of those things, you know? So let's maybe just try Meteor. Dude,
Cast
don't.
it and not die. Oh man.
Do we even know why we're on the moon?
Not really. I mean, of course I don't know, but maybe the game will tell you if you actually read the text.
Trying to get cheese.
You open 6 windows with a stream. It sounds like a very interesting idea.
Is it everything you hoped it would be?
I haven't heard back from Bovine Pimp, who said so. Maybe we'll find out soon.
I mean, casting Meteor, was it everything you
Oh,
hoped
you
it
mean
would be?
Meteor? Oh, well, it's not bad, but I expected a bit more actually from it. I'm slightly disappointed, to be honest.
Well, at least you have Flare. It's good too.
I'll have to try these other things as well, yes. But see, look at his clothes. He's just wearing a long white shirt, a long night shirt. Also, what the fuck is this? Am I fighting like a colon all of a sudden? This is too spooky.
You think that's what a colon looks like?
Yes. I mean, of course, it wouldn't have those spikes and stuff, but you know, kind of looks like a colon. I wonder if death has a good infliction rate.
You said 14%.
That would suck. Well, it seems so. Is it even worth to kill this thing?
Do you have a choice?
Well, I could run away, but now I would use my stuff, so I don't want to really waste my stuff.
I'm pretty sure Rosa has provoke, and she always gets killed.
He's sexist.
She might just have glass bones or something.
It's because she's not wearing any clothes.
Well,
Thin cloth doesn't do much.
she's almost like this game's Miley Cyrus.
That girl just can't keep her clothes on these days.
So where do I go now on the moon after I got this character? Is there something else that has to happen? I have no idea.
Should I pull up the guide and be the Metallic guide person?
Yes, that would be really useful. You can maybe also work on your accents if you
Yeah,
want
you have
to.
to be super Australian.
Yeah, maybe
Alright,
try
mate,
that.
I'll just pull up the guide here.
That's British.
You do that all right.
It wasn't too bad, honestly.
Yeah. Now you also have to start being sarcastic and mean to everyone.
Is that what Metallic guy is?
Those bomb things were super creepy looking in this version.
Yeah. Also, this Fusoya guy has a really strange hairstyle. Like, he's almost bald, but he has really long hair. How does that even work? I don't know. Is that even possible? That you have like pretty huge, big, bald spots, but the other hair is really long.
Maybe it's the hair extensions.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That could explain it though.
Well, we missed some juicy spoilers.
Oh really?
So that moon guy told you that Cecil's father is a moon man.
I see.
So Cecil is part moon, I guess.
He's a Moonanite. Oh man.
Head outside, save. Reading.
These enemies are too strong. I will have to get killed and then just retry. Did somebody open a bottle or something? It sounded like it's.
Weren't me.
Sure, you can give me more spoilers. I'm fine with spoilers.
Yeah, I'm checking. So, it looks like you needed Bahamut, but we couldn't do that, you said?
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like you need Leviathan.
I don't have it either.
So I should look up how to get Leviathan?
Probably.
Do you know what the Fey March is?
No.
So you need to beat Ashura and Leviathan in the Fey March. Let me look up what that is.
That would probably be neat.
That rabbit hole.
Actually, I'm not sure that you need Bahamut. You might be able to skip it.
That, yeah, I'm not sure either. See, those enemies are fucking annoying.
Okay, your chat says he doesn't need Bahamut, so I'm gonna skip that part. Okay, so after Bahamut, you were supposed to fly to Hummingway Cave southeast of the palace.
I see.
No, hang on. Go to the ship and talk to the Crystal of Flight. Oh, that just means fly. You're supposed to see the birth of a giant Babel, whatever that is.
This game makes no sense.
Did you see a giant Babel and then all your party members came back and...
I can't recall that. You know, then again, I don't really pay too much attention to the game, so maybe it happened and I just didn't notice it.
I mean, this whole thing you're on is the blue planet, right?
It's the moon.
It says on the blue planet you'll see the birth of the giant Babel.
Oh, I have to go back to that blue planet first, which probably is just called the Earth or something. Because right now I'm on the moon, literally. I'm not just making this up.
Well, that makes more sense. I thought you already went back to the Earth, though.
No. Oh, it seems like something is happening right now. Some kind of explosion. Some kind of hideous monster with no clothes is born. Really shiny eyes.
That would be the Babel, I believe.
Yeah, that could be many things. Could also just be a really big hobo. But he has lasers in his arms.
It looks like that legendary monster from Black version,
Pokemon Black.
whichever one it is. Those are some rad finger lasers.
Yeah. Also, why is Young back? Like, didn't he die or something? Is this supposed to make any sense?
Welcome to the stream where people play a game they know nothing about.
Well, I'm pretty sure I noticed him dying, like I saw him dying, but now he's back. What is that even supposed to happen to mean? I'm pretty sure he died, didn't he? Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he died.
You said Sid died too, right? And these little twins?
Well, I'm not sure about Sid, but what about Palom and Pom? Yeah, they were like stoned, aka petrified. Possibly also stoned, but they were petrified, and now they are unpetrified. Yeah, I went to the Sylph Cave, but I didn't really do much there. I couldn't really do much in the Sylph Cave. So is this like the final boss, the giant?
I don't think so, let me check. No, it looks like you got... I'm not even halfway through scrolling through the walkthrough.
That's a bit unfortunate, really.
Okay, no, you're close to the end. The rest is just items and stuff. But there's like 3 or 4 more bosses, it looks like. The guide is saying the recommended levels at this point is like 50. What are you at?
I kinda am at that, actually. That's a bit unusual, isn't it?
Wait, isn't the Excalibur on the moon? Can't remember.
Isn't who on the moon?
Excalibur? Sword?
Oh, I have no idea. But I have this item called Red's Tail that I should apparently have to get it.
Oh, it's underground, okay.
You know, this place has a very high encounter rate once again. I don't really like that.
So you're inside the giant thing right now?
Yes. It's kind of like an FF10 where you fight Sin and you also go inside Sin. My game just crashed.
Progress.
Yeah, I forgot about going into Sin. He was also a lot easier than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, Sin isn't really that hard, I think.
Well, with Yuna's ultimate weapon and casting Holy doing like anywhere from 15 to 30,000 damage, the last part of the game wasn't hard.
The guide is telling me that you can sing to get items to appear.
No idea what that means. The guide must be on drugs.
As in you use the ability.
Seeing eyes on me. Here you go. Yeah.
What the fuck are these things? I'm fighting some hardware store tools. Like a sewing machine. This game is too weird.
It's not a. What kind of sewing machines do you use in your place?
Well, I don't have any sewing machine, but it looks like a sewing machine, doesn't it?
It looks more like a laser gun.
Well, that's what sewing machines kind of look like, don't they?
Sewing machines are laser guns? That's new to me.
Maybe if the needle was like 5 times bigger and pointed at you instead of the cloth.
Well, I feel it's close enough.
Yeah, Metallica, it's a power drill. Laser.
/ sewing machine.
Shouldn't you be in bed, Metallica?
Well, I guess he is in bed, but not asleep. That's a very strange, it's a very strange smiley to use after that question, what are you wearing, question mark. Happy Swinko smiley. I don't know, that's a very creepy image that I get from that specific combination of things.
Did you start your save for the PS4 fund already?
Oh. No.
It's okay, you got like a whole year before you have to worry about it.
Yeah. I need to, like, when do you think FF7 is coming out on the remade version?
Maybe episode 1 by December, maybe?
Oh, that's kind of close. I need to set up something to eventually acquire a PS4. Maybe I can just, you know, marry someone with a PS4, but I guess that would take as long as just to get money to get a PS4.
Just gonna go to a bus stop and try to find somebody. Do you have a PS4? I want to get married.
Well, that could work, but it doesn't really seem much either just getting money to get a PS4 myself.
But, you could set up a GoFundMe or like a... What's that other thing? Patreon?
Well, I guess I could do those things, but I don't know. It seems a bit overreaching right now. To start a GoFundMe to get a PS4, I mean, I don't know.
Isn't there a GoFundMe to get Kanye out of debt?
Yeah, but that's politically encouraged, I think. I mean, Kanye is, of course, he's very poor and all. He probably needs a lot of money. So maybe one day you can actually, like, he needs money, like, probably for therapy as well, so he can be a nicer person or something.
You could just become a sellout and just, like, sponsor Red Bull or something. Whatever.
Yeah, I think he has many problems. 500 euros. Is that how much a PS4 even costs? 500 euros? That's quite expensive for a PS4. I honestly have no idea how much a PS4 costs, but like, how much does a PS4 cost in US dollars?
It's like $400, $350.
Yeah.
I think it's 350 now.
I see.
If you're in Canada, it costs more for Canadians.
Well, that's Canadian dollars, isn't it?
Well, it's also Canadian dollars, and they actually charge more in Canada for some reason. Just
Oh, really?
even if
so-
you transfer it to American dollars, it's like $420.
That's really
American.
strange.
Yeah, it's weird.
I heard that they might be releasing like an upgraded version of it sometime soon.
Oh yeah, the PS4K, whatever they're
Yeah.
calling it. Yeah.
Yeah, you should wait for the
Rumor.
PS4 Slim.
Well,
Maybe a pretty soon.
I actually have a PS2. How about that? I mean,
Just get another PS2 and put them on top of each other.
yeah.
PS8.
PS2 was a great console, there's no shame in that.
But unfortunately mine just kind of stopped working. Like, the disc tray just kind of fell off. And it's a bit difficult to use it these days.
Yeah, that happened to mine too. I kept repairing it and eventually it looked like Frankenstein and it died. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there'll be a price cut this year. So, yeah. I'd save a few bucks.
To rob you of yours.
How I yearn for this. When last we met, you taught me a great truth. That men are more
Well, I mean, after some time, just stuff falls off, like, off your PS2, like your disc tray folds off. If you're like a human and your teeth fell out, it's kind of comparable actually. I mean, this tray is like this like the tool of the PS4 and the PS2. So of
I'm
course
not really sure.
eventually,
How could the disc tray fall off?
well, just just falls off at some time. Shouldn't.
Science.
Like if you use it too
It's-
much, it just kind of gets loose. Like
How do you use it? Are you pulling on it?
well, I played it. I played it a lot. Like I played many games on my PS2, and if you play something too much, it becomes very loose and cheap.
That's what she said. Jokes here.
That's how it works, doesn't it?
I don't think you were using it right.
Maybe the gears were just too powerful for it and they were like throwing the tray out. It just threw it out of its socket. You have one of the old fat PS2s?
Yes,
the
it's
old-
like the very first version of it.
Oh yeah. The first iteration came in that blue box. I remember that. I bought one after my first job, working for Keebler.
What is Keebler?
The elves.
Yeah, that cookie place?
Cookie company, yeah.
Did you work for a bunch of elves?
No, bunch of angry older men that I worked for.
Did you live near a Keebler factory or something?
It was a distributing thing. You just go to grocery stores and stock up
Oh,
the
okay, yeah.
things. Pick it up
Yeah.
from the distributor.
Oh, I see. What exactly is a baby tooth?
You have your baby teeth first, and then those all fall out, and you get your adult teeth.
Oh, they can just stay inside your mouth. They just don't all fall out by. I don't know. I would assume they
that's
just.
weird.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
It's kind of weird we only have 2 sets of teeth. Can't we just have infinite, like sharks?
Yeah, no. Pull one, and I'll get another one.
Well, you can get new ones, but they wouldn't be you know, they would be kind of like out of some other material. You can just go to like your dentist and ask for new teeth, and I guess they can give you new teeth, but they work differently than your first 2 sets of teeth.
You can get your teeth made out of anything, even better than the original teeth.
Yeah, I mean, your original teeth, they can make you feel pain and stuff. They're actually kind of bad. But, well, the human body is just a pile of garbage anyway.
Well, it needs to be updated. It's out of date, man. I'm like from the 80s, you know? So my body is out of date. It needs to be updated. I'm still running on 80s technology right here.
I know. So you iPhone or Android?
Well, I have stuff from Apple and Android stuff. I don't actually own an iPhone though. Why are you wondering?
It's just one of those polarizing things.
Well, I'm not really an Apple fanboy. I don't really get that. I really don't like how they make all this stuff like exclusive and it only works like with other stuff. Like, I hate this entire MacBook thing. To me, it's really stupid.
That's how they make the monies. People keep buying it, keep selling it.
Yeah, somebody buys it, of course, but it's not really for me.
They're probably figuring out how are people still buying our crap. I don't know. They should keep selling it. I want it.
Well, what's even more annoying to me is that like you can just download Java and start programming apps for the for Android stuff, but to program for the iOS, you have to like pay $99 to join their club and use
Oh
their
my
specific
God.
language.
That's really terrible, isn't it?
I was hyped to make my own app and get millions of dollars off of it, but I didn't have $99.
What kind of app would you have made anyway? Like,
I'm not gonna share my top secret secrets.
well, I guess that's fair.
It's a hobo app. Got it.
Or a fart app.
It already exists.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like 9 million of them.
So,
It's kind of the
I wonder where your baby tooth is, Shobo. You said you have like a baby tooth still and you can't get rid of it. Like, is it like a front tooth or like a molar or something? Because I have some wisdom teeth that's, you know, I have like a couple of wisdom teeth. I lost two of them. I still have 2 of them. But it's not really comparable to baby teeth, is it? I mean, wisdom tooth you can just kind of get rid of. I mean, not everyone has to get rid of them because they might not cause problems to you, but to some people they cause problems, they have to get rid of them, but I don't know.
Why do they call them wisdom teeth? Are they like wise? I never understood that.
Well, apparently you just get them with increasing age, and you know, there's this really completely unfounded myth that as you grow older, you become wiser, which of course is quite a piece of crap.
Yeah, I had all mine taken out, all 4.
Yeah, I only had one taken out. Like, I had 2 taken out, but one of them wasn't really, there was a, it like kind of broke off because of an incident. Then I had to like take it off.
An incident? Whoa.
Yeah, involving a pineapple. It's a spooky, tragic story. And I still have 2 of them, but they don't really make any problems, so I don't really see any reason to get them removed. I mean, just getting them removed is kind of painful and all, so it's nothing you really want to go through.
I still have all mine. They don't cause me any discomfort, so I don't think I have to.
Well, good for you. You know, it's kind of like the appendix, which also has really no purpose, really. And some people have to get rid of it because they have like an appendicitis, but others don't, so they can just keep it.
Yeah. I guess it's the same thing with tonsils as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's comparable as well. I don't even know what tonsils are used for. Like, do they have any kind of purpose actually?
Yeah.
One you can live without, apparently.
Yeah, but it's like, do they have like any biological function even? Or are they just like eyebrows?
Yeah, they do.
Cosmetic?
I think it has something to do with your voice, right?
Oh, I have no idea. Like, I mean, it's probably in
Which is
the...
why when
What
you
I
have them
miss-
taken out, you lose your voice.
Well, they're
For a
just
little
like lymph node things, tissue. So like I guess it like gets rid of some of the waste in your body and something like that. I'm not sure. They're not needed though, so.
Talking about wisdom teeth?
No, tonsils. Did you know that in the German language, tonsils, if you translate them back into English, they are also the same word as almonds? Like in the German language, almonds and tonsil have the same noun. Which is kind of silly.
Oh, there you go. Tonsils are there to trap bacteria and viruses.
Oh, I see.
So they don't get in your body.
Interesting.
I guess that would explain why they get infected and get removed. So they do their job right. They get removed.
How was the carrot cake? Oh, today I ate some carrot cake and it wasn't too bad, but also it wasn't really that great. Carrot cake wasn't really that great, I think. I don't know.
Carrot cake is the least edible form of cake.
Have you eaten carrot cake?
Yes, I have.
You didn't like it?
I don't like cake to begin with, but
How can you
if
not
put-
like cake to
if you
begin
put
with?
carrots in it, it's even worse.
How can you not like cake? That sounds outrageous to me.
I don't enjoy cake.
What
I
is
had
wrong with you
banana cake.
people?
I had banana cake for lunch
Who doesn't like cake?
with the side of strawberry ice cream. It's pretty good.
It's just I prefer a different kind of sweet. It's not like I don't like it. I'd eat it if it was there, but it's not like
What kind
I-
of sweets?
you know. I don't know. It's just not cake.
For me,
But-
cake is like, so for example, chocolate cake is basically just chocolate flavored bread.
That's true. I don't really like chocolate cake. I also don't like chocolate ice cream. I don't like chocolates, but I don't like chocolate flavored things that aren't chocolates.
You ever had red velvet cake?
No, but I know what it is. I've seen pictures of it. I never had it though.
Pretty good.
It's just cake flavored like red velvet, or bread flavored like red velvet.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean,
mean,
if you
what-
think about it, all cake is just something flavored.
Yeah.
Flavored bread.
What is it even made of, red velvet cake? Like, does it have some kind of special ingredients?
No. I think it's mostly the frosting that they use. It's like a cream frosting. And then I think it's just food dye that makes the cake red.
I see.
But the frosting can be like a very thick, I guess, frosting maybe. Pretty good. Oh, cream cheese is what someone says. Chocolate cake with red dye and cream cheese.
Yeah, the more frosting you have on cake, the more edible it becomes.
That could be true.
Pound cake is pretty good, and that doesn't have any icing.
You can put it if you want, though.
Yeah, that's true. You could put icing on anything.
It'll raise your diabetes bar, but you know, don't get too much of it.
Once the ratio of icing to cake becomes something like 10 to 1, it starts to become okay.
What is the timer for? Somebody just told me I should have a timer, so now I have one and now you don't like it? That's really unfortunate.
Didn't you know he's routing the game right now?
It's kind of just like an uptime timer to just tell you how long I've been streaming for. But I've only been streaming like 3 hours before this even started, so I've like just add 3 hours or something, and you have like a timer for how long I've been streaming for.
It's like 4 hours off.
Yeah, 5 hours and 10 minutes. How long you been up? Better go see a doctor.
Last you've come.
So is there a strategy for this boss? I just didn't really feel like killing it, because he just was doing too much stupid stuff. Can you look it up?
Game fact?
Yes, tell me all the stuff you have.
All
Will
the
I
facts
be...
called?
the boss is called something with a Q or a C. Like some kind of edible Italian foods. Cagnoscio or something.
That many are more powerful than one.
Something like cognoscio or something like that. So, will I be watching the football in 25 minutes? England versus Germany? Well, do you think I'm into football? I'm just wondering if you think I am. Because...
Germany's supposed to be a good team, isn't it?
yeah, didn't they like win the World Cup last time or something?
I think they've won more than once.
Oh, actually this enemy is
No,
called...
they did last World Cup. They did.
It's called Scamiglione. You can see it on the screen right now. So,
Actually, these are the 4 emperors, Kainos.
yeah, I already fought them once, all of them, but...
So it says, provided you have leveled up, this fight is extremely easy.
Must be a joke.
So you're on Scarmiglione first?
Yes.
Okay, so have Cecil attack, Rydia and Fusoya cast Fire 3, Rosa cast Holy, and Edge cast Katon.
It's Kaiton.
I don't have Katon.
I guess you're boned then.
That's really bad.
It looks undead looking. Can you give me an elixir?
Oh yeah, this is the one that you could throw an elixir at, right?
Are you knowing that or are you just making it up?
Well, when I looked it up the first time when you were fighting him on a bridge, it actually said throw an elixir at him.
Well, I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna reset. Well, I don't really care about Mario Gomez. I mean, apparently you really like Mario Gomez, Pete, but personally I don't care about Mario Gomez.
Looks like the elixir hurt it pretty good, yeah?
Yes. I mean, I care about no football player. I don't even care about football, to be honest. So,
Can you put the Phoenix down? Just kill it.
I think they can miss. I mean, I could try it, I guess, but I actually don't have many. So I'd rather just kill him with my stuff. Should be dead pretty soon.
You don't even like David Beckham? Bend it like Beckham?
Why should I like him?
Or Leo Messi?
Why should I like any of these people?
Who's the really good one from, it's like Brazilian maybe?
Do you mean Ronaldo?
Yeah, Ronaldo.
He seems very immature, actually. No offense.
I don't really know much about football.
Well, it's the kind of sports that you know about in Europe.
I know that much. And I
Yeah.
know Germany's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I know Leo Messi won the Super Soccer Player Award.
Is that the official name? That awards?
Super soccer.
It's some French word, I think, that translates to king of the football, or I don't know.
That might be an approximation.
Soccer, isn't that the thing where people have 2 cars and driving it to like, you know, like Rocket League? That's soccer, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
have. Do you not know what soccer is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay. It's like the most famous sport in Europe. You really have nothing else here, really. There's really in Europe there's only darts. In like America there's, you know, you have different sports, but in Europe it's only football / soccer. It's like no other sport even exists here.
Actually, I read somewhere recently that it used to be called soccer even in everywhere else, and then they changed it to football.
I see.
Really?
I mean, it's not like I really care about it anyway, but that's a bit interesting.
One of my professors is all about, he's from South Korea, and he's all about football. And all of the examples he shows have player names in them.
That's
Really?
terrible.
I'm envious of those people that can get excited from like sports. I can't. And it makes
Yeah,
me sad.
I get that too. It's like, I wish I could stare at it and like it, but I can't.
You know?
Yeah, to me it's extremely boring as well. But that's any sport. I don't like watching sports. It's extremely boring.
Actually, ironically, the best manga I ever read was about American football, which is probably my least favorite sport.
Bunch of buff men hitting each other, their bodies.
It's just like too much stoppage time. Actually, I kind of like basketball. I pay attention to basketball, but football is like over half of the game is them just either setting up or stopping.
And then all the timeouts, like a million timeouts
Yeah.
all the time. Just like, oh my god. Is this baseball or what? Shit.
Yeah, baseball I do not understand at all. I mean, I understand the rules, but I have no idea how people could find that interesting. It's the same as NASCAR to me.
That circle, man. That circle.
Turning left.
Basketball is interesting, obviously, though.
Yeah, there's always something going on there. Running around and it's always happening.
Well, isn't always something happening somewhere?
Valid points.
That's true.
I feel like with soccer, it's like the field is too big to really understand what's happening.
Oh, really?
Maybe that's just me.
I feel like the sports you're interested in is there's kind of probably also tell me about like what you see in like your upbringing. Like whenever you like grow up with football, I guess you will just watch football because you're like supposed to like it.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
Yeah.
I learned to like basketball later in my life, though.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's some exceptions, but it seems like usually you just stick with what you know.
Imagine basketball with the court size the same size as like a football course or sorry, a soccer course. It'd be crazy.
Well, my cake just is gone. I have no more cake. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but my cake is over.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no more cake. I'm very sorry to tell you that, but the cake has been eaten.
Is that the carrot cake?
Yeah, the carrot cake is gone.
Is that left over from when you got older?
No, that would be like a long time ago. I mean, you can probably keep cake for 3 weeks, but I would assume that its taste degrades over time and it becomes moldy and stuff.
What if you freeze it?
I don't really do these things. Why would I freeze cake?
Oh, some people freeze their wedding cake for some reason. Gotta be a reason.
Well, I guess that's different, but I don't have wedding cake. I only have, you know, birthday cake and ordinary cake, non-wedding cake.
Well, you might have a wedding cake. You might marry that person with a PS4. You know.
Yeah, but I have to first find a person with PS4, so I have to like hold you know, some kind of audition for it.
Tryouts.
Yeah, PS4 marriage tryouts. I'm gonna look into that later.
So, do you guys have this problem where people want you to do stuff?
All the time.
I think it's called, I don't know. There's many names for that.
No, I mean like you're just sitting at home and having a nice, what's today, Saturday?
Yes.
Having a nice Saturday, and then people are like, hey, let's go to the park.
That sounds crazy.
And you're like, I don't want to.
Yeah, you like make your own plans in your head, what you want to do. and people
Like,
tell
why
you
would you
what
go
to
to
do.
the park anyway? What does the park even have to offer you?
You can stand around outside.
Well, you can get skin cancer in the outside world, and you can get, I don't know, mugged. You can get run over by a car. Isn't that something that would make you want to think twice about it?
All valid concerns.
You can get attacked by wolves.
There's many really good reasons for why the park isn't really a good place anyway.
And then somehow I'm the bad guy because I don't want to do anything.
I know that feeling. I've got friends that every time I say, I think I'm just going to hang out at home, they're like, oh, that's why you're such a terrible person. For what? Wanting to not do something?
I hate that guilt trip you and stuff. It's the worst
Yeah.
thing ever. Go see Batman vs Superman with me. I don't wanna.
Oh
I
my
saw
god,
it got like
people,
a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm
even
just
my
not
parents
interested in it.
are trying to tell me to watch it, and I'm like, I don't care.
Wait, what movie?
Batman vs Superman.
Oh.
Isn't Easter tomorrow? Something like that.
Isn't it?
is, yeah.
What
Nah,
day
that's
is?
why my family's annoying me. Getting all these phone calls. I'm ignoring.
Do they only call you on like holidays?
Yes, for like lunches and I don't even know.
Oh, hey Pete.
T-Pete.
So as an example of how much I don't know about anything, is
Yes.
is it like after Easter's, you have to stop doing something for Lent, or is it before?
Well, you don't really have to do anything.
I don't know.
I think it's before you do it, like the month leading up to Easter.
Really?
Isn't
I
Lent
think-
before Easter or something?
Yeah, I think you do it, and then it's like up in a month before Easter.
Yeah,
What
so
is the
then
point
Easter
of
is
that?
the finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Christian thing.
oh, so you're supposed to, I don't know.
Catholic or something. I don't know.
I think it's Catholic, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Then you like
I'd-
enjoy it more, or what's like?
I don't. It's like a New Year's resolution kind of thing. Like I'm not gonna eat pork for a month, and then get to the finish line. You're like, I can eat pork now, or whatever
I
you
see.
give up. Video games or women, whatever you give up.
Breathing.
Yeah, I guess for some people it's like you can't eat meat, but for other people, you pick a thing like soda to stop doing.
Sounds interesting.
So I guess you didn't give up anything for Lent, Kainos?
Well, how would you know?
Because it sounds like you don't understand the motivation for it.
See, the best thing is you should like give up potatoes, because then you'd always win, never disappoint yourself.
Well, but like, what do I even win if I give up something and win, like, succeed in it? Like, who pays me for it? Like, I don't know.
I think Jesus gives you like a star or something.
How much are stars worth in US dollars? What is the conversion rate to US dollars?
I think 1 star is like $1,000. I think.
Where can I, where can I convert them though? Because this all sounds rather shady.
Yeah. What's the exchange rate?
We have to go to a guy named Jesus, and then he'll exchange it for you.
Isn't
I don't like-
Catholicism like the state religion in Germany?
No, there's no state religion. It's like 30% are like Catholic, 30% are like Protestants. But it's not really much a big thing here anyway. It's quite secular.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. How like in Britain, you kind of have to hide if you're religious, whereas here in America, like you can't be president if you're not a Christian.
Yeah, you kind of have to hide if you're not religious, aren't you? But why do you think you have to hide it in Britain? I don't know.
That's just what I heard. Is it's sort of like in interviews with Hugh Laurie, who plays Dr. House. He says that kind of thing.
Oh, I haven't really heard of that. Sounds
Or maybe they
interesting
keep it
though.
more private to themselves, like, you know, you don't show everybody your junk, you know, like, look, I have a penis. Kind of keep it to yourself.
I mean, it makes sense to me to keep it, you know, not advertise it at least. But here, like, if people know you're an atheist, they're like the #1 least trusted demographic.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think I consider myself an agnostic. I think that's what I am. I don't know. Who knows?
You just don't have a you essentially just don't care. The long and
Pretty
short.
much. Yeah. It's all the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up Protestant, went to a Protestant college, and then that kind of burned it out of me. I just got bored with it.
Like a leech.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you go to, I mean, I had to go to chapel twice a week. And it's like when you have so many different people telling you what to believe, you kind of just stop believing in it altogether.
I think started off as like a Christian or something. I had too many questions. Everybody hated me for all the questions I asked. Pretty much that they didn't like me anymore.
They don't like you anymore. That's sad.
But
I guess like
questions couldn't give me answers.
yeah, like I guess if you just do something too much, you eventually get bored of it, and I don't know. It's kind of probably true for many things, not just religion. Also, I have to like fight these bosses again because I died to the 3rd form, and now that really sucks.
What
Well,
about
tell me when
tuna?
you need game facts.
If you eat too much tuna, would you get tired of it?
Well, that hasn't happened. I don't believe in that. Tuna is the exception.
There's exceptions.
There's a song about that.
What is the song called?
It's called "You Are the Only Exception."
That's an actual song.
I think that's what it's called. Let me check.
I mean, isn't like the number of people who are into like sects or cults, isn't that like dropping? So like Scientology is not doing too well these days, because like on the internet you can like read up on stuff. So if you like get into a cult these days, you must be able to like bond with them and like be just really, I don't know, stupid, because you would like know that they're just cults.
Well, technically ignorant. 'Cause it's, you know, ignorance.
Yeah,
Know better. Stupidity is like choose to be stupid.
yeah,
Like
kind of.
saying,
I feel like these days it's just all going down, because you know you can look stuff on the internet and realize that, I don't know, claims that some people make are just really stupid and they don't make too much sense. You can
Yeah,
even
just
read
fact
about
check everything.
you can like even read about game theories like Squall is dead to uncover the hidden meanings in video games. So I guess you can do the same with religion and cults to uncover their hidden meanings, such like just as like you can do it in video games. So
Yeah, just watch on YouTube something.
yeah. This enemy is actually really annoying.
Just buy a bunch of elixirs and throw them at him.
I guess I'm actually gonna do that, yes. I wonder if Phoenix Stones actually work as well, because I'm just gonna try that.
Try casting rays and Phoenix down on him. Who knows?
Oh, it works, but it deals much less damage.
Ah. Wish it was gonna be like instant KO. Would have been nice.
You dislike female singers? That sounds... Do you even dislike Be a Jerk? You cannot like dislike Be a Jerk. Hey, there's Yoki. By the way, did you listen to the Be a Jerk song I told you about, Punk?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think about it?
It's not bad. I'm what you might call a music connoisseur, so I like to listen to the full album and listen to it multiple times
I see.
before I can pass judgment.
I see. I see.
The snob? Yeah.
Yep. I mean, like, maybe you've experienced this, but you listen to a song once and you think it sounds like shit, but then you listen to it later more than once and it sounds good.
Yeah, I feel so.
Yeah, for me, I don't know if that's just my ears getting used to the crap or it got better. You know, that's.
Well,
kinda
I
hard to
think
judge.
Björk is not really avant-garde. She's probably electronic music and to some extent experimental music. But I don't know, I wouldn't call her avant-garde. You know, I think like Yoko Ono, you might call kind of what you're trying to say. I listened to Yoko Ono songs some time ago, and Yoko Ono songs